So the next thing that we looked at was direction, and using the 16-point compass rose, which is this, to determine directions on a map. So every map should have a north point clearly marked on it, which is your orientation. The north point or arrow shows where north is on your map. If you know where north is on your map, then you will also know where south, east, west, and all the intermediate points are as well. This allows you to use the points of the compass to state the direction of one place from another. So on the 16-point compass rose, we have our main points or cardinal points, which are north, east, south, and west. We then have our intermediate points or intercardinal points, which is northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Now after that it gets a bit tricky and we have even more points to give you a more specific direction. We have north-northeast, east-northeast, east-southeast, south-southeast, south-southwest, west-southwest, west-northwest, and north-northwest. So as you can see, for example, north-northeast is called that because it's northeast, but it's slightly more north than it is east. And east-northeast is called east-northeast because it's slightly more east than it is north. Now, going to your worksheet, question 15 asks you, what direction is Memorial Lookout from the airport? So what we have to do is we have to find Memorial Lookout and the airport. Now the question is Memorial Lookout from the airport. Now that word from is very important because that means that you are starting at the airport and you're going from the airport to Memorial Lookout. Now using your 16-point compass rose, we know that that's north, that's east, that's south, that's west. So that direction there would be northwest. Now if that asked you airport from Memorial Lookout, that means that you are starting at the lookout and going to the airport. So it would be the opposite direction. That would be you're going from the lookout to the airport. So that would be southeast. Question B asks you the information centre from the railway station. So we find the information centre and we find the railway station. Now it's saying information centre from the railway station. So you're starting at the railway station and going to the information centre. That would be south. Question C asks you the school from Memorial Lookout. So again, we find the school and we find Memorial Lookout. Now it said school from Memorial Lookout. So you're starting at the lookout and going to school. That would be east. Now question D asks you the hospital from the post office. So we find the hospital and we find the post office. Now it's saying hospital from post office, so we know that we're starting at the post office and going to the hospital. Now that direction there would be southwest. Question E asks you the church to the intersection of Forge Street and Flat Street. So we find the church, we then find Forge Street, which is here, and Flat Street, which is here. So we find the intersection, which is here. Now that one says the church to the intersection. That word to is important because that means that you're starting at the church and going to Forge Street and Flat Street. So that direction there would be probably northeast or north-northeast. Question F asks you the post office to the airport. So we find the post office and we find the airport. Now we know it's post office to the airport. So you're starting at the post office and going to the airport. Now that direction would be probably south-southeast. Now G asks you the railway level crossing to the Wilbury Creek picnic area. So we find the railway crossing, which is here. We know Wilbury Creek picnic area is here using our scale, our legend, sorry. So we're going from the railway crossing to picnic area. Now that direction there is northeast. So it's important to remember from and to those words, because that gives you a clue as to where your starting point is.